Tough times are a part of life, but they don't define you. How you respond to them is what defines you. Tough times inevitably bring pain sometimes, whether it is disappointment, failure, or losses. Remember, processing pain is not a one time event, but an ongoing process. It is about giving yourself the time and the space to heal and to grow. So, the key is to stay true to yourself and be honest about what you want. But you ask me, how do you do that? That precisely, my friend, is why we are here. Welcome back again. Welcome back to another episode of Over the Line, the podcast where we explore the journey of personal growth, resilience, and achieving our highest potential. I'm your host, Martins, and today we are diving deep into a topic that is as universal as it is challenging. You may want to ask, what is that? So, we want to look at staying strong in tough times. That is, mastering failure and making progress. Staying strong in tough times. In this episode, we are going to explore 5 crucial steps to help you not only to survive, but to thrive during difficult periods because all over the globe, wherever you may be, there are challenges here and there. How do you stay strong in tough times? So, we will discuss how to validate your vision, prioritize your purpose, drive towards your destiny purposefully, processing your pain in the process, and celebrating your small win in the game as you continue to stay strong in tough times. And so, essentially, what we want to be able to do today is to see how we can stay strong in tough times and master failure and then make progress in the process. These are more than just words, you see. They are actionable steps that can transform the way you approach life's inevitable challenges. They're just not words, they're things we can do pragmatically and practically. So, whether you're commuting, whether you are relaxing at home, or on your morning run, settle in because this conversation might just change your life. So, let's begin, my friend. Now, we said we want to look at how to stay strong in tough times. And the first thing to do is to validate your vision in the midst of challenging situation. You need to be able to validate your vision. Validate your vision. Let's start with the foundation of validating your vision. In the words of Stephen Covey, you see, he said, begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. This concept isn't just a catchy phrase, like most people want to throw around catchy phrase. It is a fundamental principle that underscores the importance of having a clear vision, even in difficult situations. But what does it mean to validate your vision? Validating your vision is about clarifying and owning what you want out of life. I'll repeat that again. It is about being clear about what you want out of life and owning that, and just know that it's yours and you put yourself on the line for that. It is ensuring that your vision is deeply personal, not selfish, but personal. It is consistent. You own it. And align with your own goals and values. It's not what the society wants you to do. It's not what someone wants you to do. It's something you have subscribed to by yourself. You give yourself the agency to do that. It is not just about what society expects of you or what others deem successful. It's about what truly resonates with you. It must resonate with you in your inner person. According to a researcher by name Dr. Gail Matthews, a psychology professor at the Dominican University in California, he said people who write down their goals are 42 times more likely to achieve them. What a remarkable statistic that is. From a research finding, 42% more likely to achieve them when you write down your goal. This is because the process of writing helps clarify what we want and set a clear intention. So if you're going to validate your vision, you need to begin to write some things down. Scripture says, write the vision, make it plain that those who read it may run. If it is not clear, you can't have the trigger or the inspiration or the momentum and the the motivation to want to run along with it. But validation goes beyond just writing, you see. It is about regularly reflecting on whether your vision still aligns with your values and adjusting it as necessary if it's not aligned and when it's not aligned. It's crucial to remember that your vision isn't set in stone, it's not cast in stone. You can change it. Life is dynamic, and so are our desires and our aspirations. What matter here is that you know where you are at every stage of your life. What matters to you 5 years ago might not be as important to you today. And that's okay. You've got to be okay with that. I went through a period of time when I thought I had some things that really I cared about some 20 years ago, some 25 years ago. But I began to see as I saw more clearly, I realized that really those are not really what really mattered to me. And so I had to reevaluate the vision and revisit them and then update your vision and then began to recalibrate because you've got to own your vision. So you've got to constantly validate it. The key is to stay true to yourself and be honest about what you want. You've got to be honest and be true to yourself. Sine says to thyself, be true. When your vision is congruent with your values, it becomes a powerful motivation that can sustain you through tough times. So visions that align with value will help sustain your motivation and keeps you through tough times. So when things are tough, go back to the root, which is your vision, and revalidate it. That gives you a reason to want to keep going. So let's think about this. How often do we chase after goals that are not truly ours? They are goals we acquired because we're looking and comparing ourselves with people. We might pursue careers, relationship, or lifestyle that looks good on paper but don't fulfill us. So if you're pursuing a goal that you think it's not congruent, it's not aligned to you, it's because you just pick it up because others around you are doing it. You may want to revisit those things and review and maybe want to, readjust and cancel some of those off your list, right? So validating your vision is about stripping away those external pressures, focusing on what truly matters to you. Because sometimes we can tend to do groupthink and then just go with the bandwagon effect, and we allow external pressures to, force us in particular direction. So you've got to revalidate your vision from time to time. So that's the first thing to do when things are tough. Revisit your vision, revalidate them, and then you may want to cut back, you may want to adjust, you may want to align. And so those are the things you may want to do. The second thing to do is to prioritize your purpose. You heard me right. Prioritize your purpose. Now, your purpose is the why behind everything you do. That's your why. The reason behind everything you do. It is the reason you get up in the morning. The driving force that keeps you moving forward. When we lose our why, we lose our way. But when we find our why, we find our way. You find your reasons, then you have enough motivation to keep going. When you are clear about your purpose, it becomes a catalyst for your goals and a compass for your decisions. It's your true north. Mark Twain famously said, the two most important days in your life are the days you are born and the day you found out why. What a remarkable word. Two most important days in your life are the days you were born and the day you find out why. So, discovering your purpose can be a profound experience, and there are a lot of activities and tools that can help you do that. So finding a way to, clarifying your purpose is important. It might come from a passion or skill or a desire to make a difference. Whatever it is, let it guide you. When you prioritize your purpose, the reason for your being, when you put it as priority, you make decisions that are aligned with your core values and long-term goals. It helps you filter out distractions and stay focused on what truly matters. Just think about that. And I think that's very profound. How will you want to make decisions that are very laser focused? You're not just dealing with the urgent, but you're dealing with the critical and important things about your future. You major in the major, not major in the minor. For instance, if your purpose is to help others, you might prioritize activities that allow you to serve even if they don't offer immediate rewards. Practical applications here is key. You've got to be able to apply it practically. Ask yourself, does this action align with my purpose? Because when things are tough, we tend to want to draw back because we're not seeing immediate results, we want to give up. And the truth of the matter is that if it's in line with purpose, keep going. You may tweak your methods, but just keep your purpose as priority. In this decision, moving, you've got to be able to also ask yourself, is this decision moving me closer to my goals or pulling me away from my goals? Is it pulling me away from my purpose or is it pulling me closer? Give yourself grace in this process, but ask the question all the same. When you let your purpose drive your actions, you are more likely to make choices that lead to fulfillment and satisfaction, even in the face of adversity. So, your purpose can also be a source of resilience, the ability to hold on, the grit and the stickability when times are tough. Remembering why you started can reignite your passion and determination in the process. It's like a North Star that guides you through the storm. So it's important to stay practical and stay, realistic, but keep your eye on your purpose even when things are tough. It helps you find your North Star and guide your decision as you move along. Now, the third key to helping us in the process of tough times to master some kind of crisis and stay over and above is to drive for your destiny. You know what you believe in the core of your soul and in the core of your being. Don't let anything rob you of that. Stay focused, keep your action going, drive for your destiny. Once you've validated your vision and prioritize your purpose, it's time to drive towards your destiny. What do I mean by that? It is where the rubber meets the road, where vision and purpose are backed by positive energy and concrete action. You heard that right. They are back with positive energy and concrete actions. So, driving your destiny means being proactive and being intentional. You are proactive, you're not waiting for somebody to prompt you. You give yourself agency to act, to keep going after what you believe you need to do. And then you are intentional about it. It's about setting clear goals, creating actionable plans, and taking consistent steps towards them. They sound basic, they sound simple, but that's the truth. We've got to remind ourselves again. Even the best among us needs to remind themselves again. But more than that, it is about cultivating a positive mindset and maintaining high energy level. You see, we've been quoting Carol Dweck's research work over and again in our last episodes. Dr. Carol Dweck's work is just so fundamental when it comes to cultivating growth mindsets. And she shows us that people who believe their abilities can develop through hard work and dedication are more likely to succeed than those who think they have a fixed mindset and they can't change. This belief is so you see that this belief in the possibility of growth fuels motivation and resilience, especially when faced with challenges. To drive towards your destiny, you embrace that mindset that says you can grow, you can develop, the growth mindset. You see failures as opportunities to learn and grow rather than setbacks. So if you want more about this, go to the previous episode that you'll find a lot of help in those previous episodes. Your superpowers, what you can do about them, how you can trigger those superpowers, and give yourself agency to just do what you believe is yours to take. So you surround yourself with positive influence. And positive influences, whether it is supportive friends, whether it is inspiring books, whether it is in uplifting music, you get music that inspire you. There was a period, of my life about 2 decades ago. I was going through quite a tough time, making some transition career-wise and also, location-wise. And then I collected a couple of inspirational music that speaks to where I'm going. And I'll play those music over and again in my head. And before long, those music just play as words, and I just sing them to myself in the process of those tough challenges. And those helped me to reshape and motivated me to get to where I wanted to go in that direction. So it helped me in my process of pivoting. So, and most importantly, I'll say take care of your physical and mental well-being. I cannot overemphasize this enough. In the process of driving for your destiny during tough time, take care of your physical and mental well-being. Do some exercises. Make sure you talk. Make sure you engage with people. Don't withdraw. Make sure you're alert and alive. Okay. Mental well-being is very critical in this process. Exercise, meditation, and good nutrition can all help maintain the energy and the focus you need to pursue your goals in tough times. Remember, action is key. You can have the best vision and purpose in the world, but without action, they remain dreams. Daydreaming, they call it, you see. So actions and purpose, action aligned with your purpose will take you to your destiny. And that's how I like to put it. Set small, achievable goals and celebrate each step you take. Progress is progress, no matter how small it is. So keep seeing a new direction. Now we move on to the fourth segment, which is what I call process your pain. In tough times, we may go through some pains. And we must not overlook that. Now let's address the a crucial but often overlooked aspect of growth, which is that processing your pain. It's very crucial, yet it's often well overlooked in the process of our growth and going through tough times. Tough times inevitably bring pain, whether it is some kind of disappointment, some kind of failure, or some kind of a loss. It is tempting to ignore these feelings or push them aside. But, and a big but, unprocessed pain can hinder your progress and well being. So you've got to look after yourself and watch out for those pain. You've got to find a way to process them. Processing pain means acknowledging and understanding your emotions. Acknowledging and understanding your emotion. It's okay to feel sad, frustrated, or angry. These emotions are valid and a natural response to difficult situations. The key, though, is not to let them consume you, but to use them as a catalyst for growth. You don't allow them to consume them, but you use them as catalyst for your growth. So you acknowledge them, but you use them. Now, Brené Brown, a renowned researcher and author, emphasized the importance of vulnerability. She said, vulnerability is not winning or losing. It is having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome. Just being ready to step forward, having that courage to show up yet one more time and be seen, even if you don't have the control of the outcome. Being vulnerable with yourself about your pain is the first step towards healing. There are several ways to process pain, but the first thing is to be vulnerable with yourself and take a first step towards healing. Journaling can be a powerful tool to exploring your feelings and gain clarity. When you journal, you write things down, it helps to clarify and gain clarity. Talking to a trusted friend or a therapist can provide support and perspective. When you talk to friends, trusted friends, mark those words that can help you, or going for a therapy, it can also help. Mindfulness and meditation can help you stay present and grounded, allowing you to observe your emotions without judgment. And that's the key. Accepting the emotions, not judging yourself, but processing those emotions so they don't control you. Rather, you are the one controlling the emotions. You use the emotion in a positive way. And we've got to be kind to ourselves in this process. We've got to be empathetic to ourselves. I think most people tend to be, a majority of people tend to be more empathetic to others than they are to themselves, with themselves. So empathy with yourself, kindness to yourself, care to yourself in this process is necessary. Not judging yourself, but owning your space and owning your situations so you can move forward. Remember, processing pain is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It is about giving yourself the time and the space to heal and to grow. Give yourself that space to heal and to grow. As you walk through your pain, what you'll find out is that you build resilience and emotional strength, and that will make you more capable of facing your future, no matter how challenging they might look or they might be, or what the turn of events might look like. So it's important for us to process the pain and not just bury the pain in the middle of work and doing the grind and doing the pushing. Yes, it's good to take the actions. It's good to review our visions. It's good to, validate the vision and prioritize our purpose and get goals and action going. But of course, you've got to process the pain. And lastly, but not the least, celebrate your small wins. I cannot overemphasize this. We've got to be able to celebrate our small wins. So let's talk about celebrating small wins. In the pursuit of big goals, it is easy to overlook the small victories along the way. But these small wins are crucial because, and why is that so? Because they boost our confidence, they keep us motivated, they provide a sense of accomplishment. Celebrating small win is about recognizing and appreciating the process you've made and the progress you've made, no matter how minor it may seem. It could be as simple as completing a task you've been procrastinating for quite a while, making a positive change in your habit. Could be that simple, or taking the first step towards a new goal. Now, research by Teresa Amabel and Stephen Kramer, published in the Harvard Business Review, highlights the progress principle. Teresa Amabel and Stephen Kramer found that making consistent progress in meaningful work, however small, can significantly boost our motivation and our emotions. It actually boosts our motivation, our emotions. This principle applies not only to professional work, but to personal goals and growth as well. It's not just in your career or in your business, it's in every sphere of your life, wherever you are setting goals. So, the question is, how can you celebrate small wins? Practically, what do we do? What are the practical tips we can have? And one way is to start by keeping a journal of daily achievements, no matter how small. You see, we keep returning back to having a journal. I was reading through one of my old journals that was taken 5 years ago, and I saw that today I actually registered 5 years ago. I registered a new website after the first website crashed, and I couldn't recover the data. Exactly 5 years today, I registered another website and rebranded the website. It was remarkable to see that. I mean, I had the feeling of what it was like. And of course, I could see that because I wrote that down. I wrote that down in my journal. You see, and it was very motivating to want to keep going because 5 years is going to come and I'm going to reflect back again and see what I've written. So celebrating those small wins is very important. Start by keeping a journal of daily achievement, no matter how small. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you've accomplished and feel proud of your progress. You earned that. You did that. And you see, share your wins with others and don't shy away from rewarding yourself with something special. A treat, a break, a fun activity. Just make yourself happy and celebrate. You send messages to your system. Your system is calibrated to want to do more. Celebrating small wins is not about boasting. And I think I need to emphasize this. It's not about boasting. It's not about bragging. It is about acknowledging your hard work and your progress. Acknowledging that you've put in some work and grace have shown up for you. And God has come through for you. Providence is moved in your direction. And then you are where you are today. So celebrate that and be happy, not boasting and bragging. That's not what we're talking about here. It helps you to stay motivated and focused on the journey when you celebrate small wins, rather than getting overwhelmed by the destination. You see, when you have a massive goal, I remember when I was much younger, that of course, massive goals, things you want to do. But I realize now that those massive goals need to be broken down into bits and pieces. And then pace yourself. That's the word. and celebrate the small win as you pace yourself. I was speaking to one of my mentors, and he gave me major. So he had asked for my 5-year goals and 10-year goals, and I had myself and my wife were written and sent it across to him. And then he came across and he began to talk to us on how this needs to be broken down again. So, holding our feet to the fire and making us accountable in the process. But of course, the process is okay. Celebrating the small wins. For instance, for me, one of the small wins is, I'm able to do this recording today. Well, some other persons may judge however it is. I'm able to do this one recording today, and I'm speaking to one person. It could very well be you. I'm inspiring one person, and I know that person. If that person's life is changed, it's well worth all the effort of love put into this. So this is my work of love to my world, allowing the love to flow through my soul and then flow to everyone that I've had the opportunity and the privilege. And so thank you for listening and listening up until this time. So things might be tough, but tough times never last, but tough people do. Robert Schuller. Tough people do. Or Robert Schuller made it popular. Winston Churchill's first said it. Tough times never last, but tough people do. So, in wrapping up this, as we wrap up today's episode, let's recall the 5 steps to staying strong in tough times. And the first I gave to us is to validate your vision. Own it, personalize it, realign it. But whatever you may do, let it be fresh in your thinking and your mind. Secondly is to prioritize your purpose. Making your purpose a priority, so that becomes your true north and helps you to choose your direction and your decisions. Then thirdly, drive for your destiny. Take actions. Dreams and visions and purpose without action leads nowhere. It's daydreaming. And process your pain. Don't sweep the pain under the carpet. Bring them out. Own them. Process them. Don't let them control you. Rather, use them to fuel you for the next level. Unprocessed pain can cause quite some trauma. So let's process our pain. And then in the process, as you've broken down your goals into small steps and you keep taking steps one step at a time, celebrate the successes you get along the way. Celebrate the small wins. So that's helping us to wrap up. These steps are not just theoretical concept, but practical, actionable strategies that you can apply now to your daily life. As I have applied all of those to myself, and these are things I have done. I'm not telling you what I haven't done in my own life. I've been through quite a lot in my young life. I remember some 27 years ago, I went to work with my wife, and we came back from break and we realized the entire house we lived in and everything, just exactly a year after our wedding, a year plus after our wedding, the house was down in flame. Here we are today. How do you respond to those? Remember, tough times are a part of life, but they don't define you. How you respond to them is what defines you. So don't let tough time define you. By staying true to your vision, to your purpose, and to your actions, and by taking care of your emotional well-being, you can navigate any challenge that comes your way. So I'll say, thank you for joining me on this journey of growth and resilience, because we all are on a journey of growth and resilience. And that's why I'm so excited to share with you. I said to people, most of these videos, I make them for myself because I get to listen to them over and again, and I speak to myself. And so I'm speaking to all of us today. I'm speaking to you, my friend. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone who might need a little inspiration today. Just someone around you might need some inspiration today. Don't forget to subscribe to Over the Line on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on YouTube, on Facebook. And so for more episode on living your best life. Until next time, stay strong, Stay inspired and keep pushing over the line. It's your friend Martins calling you to raise your standard in your core relationships, in your career, in your calling. Till I come your way again, keep raising the bar of performance. You can because you are. Bye for now, and God bless. See you soon.